Hi, everybody. Well, we're back. We're doing LivepeerWowza. I paid Comcast for faster internet. That faster internet has not kicked in yet. Everything's good. Let's clean up our tabs, clean up our windows. Smill. It's the first time I said smill today. It's certainly not true. Ooh. Got to update IntelliJ. Are you kidding me? Today, we're going to be implementing a form of hardening. Basically, if a broadcaster goes down, a live peer broadcaster in our API, which could happen for a variety of reasons, we don't want to. We want the stream to, the show must go on, as it were. In other contexts, we would call this multi-B, multi-broadcaster support to complement multi-O and multi-T, multiple orchestrator, multiple transcoder. In all cases, the principle is about the same. We want a video stream to come in. If there's any problem in any part of the system, it seamlessly moves to another part of the system and everybody stays happy. Now, how the heck do we do that? Here's what I think we should not do. I think we should not... Well, maybe we should. So here's the trouble is it's a round trip. It's like it's a little bit stateful. So what needs to happen for this is we've got on the upstream side our push publish Cupertino LivePeer handler that sends data out to our server. And then on the way back, we of course have our LivePeer Cupertino MediaCaster chunk fetch. That takes care of pulling data the other direction. So what we don't want to do is totally delete totally delete these things and recreate them. That'll take time. But more importantly, we're already but yeah, thankfully we don't need to, because we've got the thing that deals with the stream on the way out, and we've got the thing that deals with the stream on the way in. So what we're going to do here is teach these things that if the broadcaster changes, and we'll worry about the conditions upon which that happens in a little bit, but if our broadcaster changes, these guys all request these guys seamlessly start pushing to the new one. And LivepeerWowza itself is sort of none the wiser. Problems that need to be solved for this. One is that these things going both directions they're not currently associated with a LivePeer stream. This thing, the push publish is its own entity created by the LivePeer stream. So this one actually is pretty easy. This I have direct access to, but the LivePeer Cupertino MediaCaster chunk fetch operates as part of a stream file and isn't directly associated with a LivePeer stream. So I'm gonna have to associate them somehow. What I may do is give these things a dummy URL with like a LivePeer UUID or something, and then just right before we make the HTTP request, check in with our corresponding LivePeer stream that we can identify with the string in our URL, basically, and sort of get the correct URL at the last moment there. And then we got to see how gracefully Wowza handles this. When we switch broadcasters, it's going to reset the HLS segmentation, so it'll like switch back to segment 0. But that should be okay. The manifest URL is different. I think that should be okay. Maybe. We'll see. The other thing we need to solve today is somehow we need to simulate a failed broadcaster and a rollover to a new one, which means we're going to have to run 2 broadcasters on different ports on our local machine, or on our local Kubernetes dev cluster. So there'll be a little bit of DevOps work today too, but very minimal. So let's go through, oh man, we get to update IntelliJ again? What a day. So thinking about this. IntelliJ 192. Okay. The desk setup's coming together. I've got one more video card on the way, and then I'm gonna refactor this streaming setup a little bit. The computer that I'm talking to you on right now has kind of a whiny USB bus. I don't know why. Some capacitor's blown in there or something, but and I don't know if you can hear it. Probably you will now that I pointed out, but there's like a little whine underneath my voice. I've got a noise gate, so when I'm not talking, you can't hear it, but I was playing back my Mixer stream yesterday, and I could definitely hear it. So this computer that I'm streaming on right now is going to become the video game computer with the big video card in it, and it won't know how to do anything other than play video games, and its USB bus issues shouldn't be a problem then. Switch the other one over to the streaming computer, keep this the same, and plug everything into a soundboard that I have. We'll get there. All right, so let's start with simulating the problem, right? So, right, the API server is going to be something of an issue here. Well, we're running everything inside the cluster, so what I really would like to do actually is just have teach the API server to only to return internal URLs for all of the running pods. That'll avoid the multi-port problems. That'll avoid a lot of problems. So how the heck do we do that? Yes, definitely the hackiest part of all this project, of this whole project, is the API server stuff. But that's actually, I'm totally okay with that, because that's stuff that lives in the cloud. That's stuff we can super duper improve later on. Sort of making a very intentional choice to not prioritize this right now. So I mean, this thing is so close to what we need. Raster template, node name, address.node name. I guess, what other information do we have here? Subset addresses. Let us run this and find out. How about? Yeah. Let's look at this pod. Labels. All right, so the live peer broadcaster, we can probably reference this for all the... So yeah, let's tweak this. Docker. I did this, :Eli dev. Okay. Let's try this. npm run cloud dev. Oh, yeah, every time I modify package.json, it has to download all the packages again. Which is fine, because my internet's faster now, right, Comcast? I paid you money that says my internet should be faster. I once tried to build a monorepo Docker build process that, oh God, what was it? I was so frustrated by every time I tweaked scripts, it had to reinstall everything. So I made it filter everything I didn't care about out of package.json before it added it to the Docker file and built everything. It wasn't a good use of resources, but boy, I really was frustrated by that one specific problem. Just checking to make sure I still have audio on DLive. That's been a problem historically. Okay, this will be a good test. Supposedly I've got more upload speed now. And I'm uploading 195 megabytes. And actually, yeah, that does look a little faster. Alright, Comcast, you win this round. I'm not dropping any frames. I'm uploading at a much more rapid pace. It seems that they indeed made my internet faster in exchange for money. I'm still fighting like hell to get CenturyLink fiber over here, which I had at my previous place and have since lost, and nothing's been the same since. Nope, there we go. Oh, we're dropping frames. Oh, we're dropping all the frames. I don't think anybody can hear me right now. Come on. What? Okay, we're back. Probably. That was weird, actually. That was, so the upload speed... Oh, yeah, we're dropping again. Oh, my God. So frustrating. It's weird. So when I upload stuff, it definitely, but what it looked like there is all of my upload stopped for a moment there. Like the OBS stream indicator turned red and my Docker push stopped pushing, and like it just had no upstream bandwidth for a moment, which is not very good. Yeah, okay. So I've got this process like taken care of now. It's got to download again. Now it's running. Okay, so all of that was to, shoot, how do I actually...
In a traffic accident.
So this didn't work because you can't do simultaneously pod running timeout and the -L. So what I'm going to do instead is a sub command here. And then if I logs this, that work? Yeah, okay, so. All right, and all of that was to accomplish, I want to log what we have here. All right. Oh my God, I modified package.json again. No. So frustrating. I wonder how I can compensate for the weird upload drops. Like if I introduce some latency, I should just be able to do like a buffer server side, right? If I streamed my video into a 10-second delay or something, and as long as it recovers that. The trouble is OBS prioritizes getting the new data out there and drops frames. I wonder if that's configurable. You know, what else is configurable is me convincing CenturyLink to run fiber across the street. I had the most luck by posting on Reddit and shaming them about it there, so maybe I'll do that some more. It's a weird, any kind of big fight with a corporation like that is a weird mix of like being extremely hostile to the megacorp and pushing them to do something while being extremely polite to each individual person you leave to so they want to help you. Yeah, exhausting. Maybe I'll stream it. Maybe I'll stream all my calls with them. No, that's super illegal. Don't do that, Eli. Anyway, fetching packages, linking dependencies. Here we go. Let's see how many frames we drop. What's the over-under? Last time I did this, we dropped 581 frames. I'm going to say this time we're going to drop... Well, none yet. I probably missed the deadline for placing a bet on that. The other thing I could do is, so my neighbor that somehow convinced CenturyLink to run fiber to them, could talk to them and figure out what they did, but also just run. They live less than 100 meters from me, and 100 meters is the maximum length of a Cat 6 cable. So, figure out how to run a Ethernet cable across the street and get them to cooperate. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're dropping frames. So strange. I wonder if I can do any kind of... I've got a like a Ubiquiti router. I wonder if I can tell it to do any kind of QoS on the... like to prioritize outgoing RTMP traffic. Yeah. Yeah, we drop about 500 frames every time I change package.json. It's the confluence of circumstances. Oh, that's infuriating. Wait, what? What happened to my command? What's going on here? I did all that work. God damn it. Whatever. Uh-huh. It's auto running timeout. Cool. And all of that so we can make one HTTP request. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got an IP. Wait, what is the thing I'm... Address.node name. Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, I guess I can just do this. The thing I did was silly, but it will solve the problem here. IP is address.ip. And then in my deployment for this, no, in the values of my my Helm chart. Do I need to worry about the port here? No, it's running on port 80, so the port, yeah, this should work. And I gave it Kube broadcaster template. All right. Arguably, it's what it should default to anyway. Maybe. Okay. Helm. Yeah, that command, please. And rerun the API server. Didn't change package JSON this time. We're not going to drop any frames. It's pretty slick. Oh? You decide to work with the logs this time? That'd be nice. Nope. Mm-hmm. Nope. What did I mess up the syntax on this? What's its default? Of course, I don't have the project open. Oh, just one set of braces. Not what I wanted. This is interesting. Look at the different syntax on this. When you create them, it provides it in this form, but when you delete them, it's this little quote thing. Neat. I think that's neat. Cool. Did it work? Yes. Does everything else still work? Let's go to Wowza Town. Hang on, I'm gonna go talk to that dog while we wait. Hey. How are we doing up here? Connection refused. Oh no. That's weird. $84.80 failed. Connection refused. Well, wait, hang on. No, it's the broadcaster, not the... I got it confused with the API server for a second. This needs to be port 89. No. Yeah, 8935. Do another Helm upgrade. Wait for the new API server to come up. There it is. Try LivepeerWowza again. Let's get the logs. Logs-L. Yeah. Sure looks like it's doing stuff now, doesn't it? So let's take a look at this. Sort of in an end-to-end sense, what we're looking for here is, we go over to live, incoming streams. Yeah, so this is now connecting directly to the pod to do this. And if I take a look at our SMIL file on line port 1937. Active. Our SMIL file is populated with everything. We go over here. Nice. All right. So, switch between the different renditions here. And that works pretty nicely. But we have a problem. The problem is sometimes in production, I want to roll out a new version of the broadcaster. And to do that, I have to delete the old broadcaster. And we should find... It's interesting how much of a buffer we have here. I think we're going to run out in the 20 seconds here. Oh, 31. Guess not. Yeah, so now we got a new broadcaster running. And any moment now, we should run out of runway. Because our old broadcaster died. And now we've got this new broadcaster at 90. Yep. And we're done. And everything's broken. So, what we need to do is automatically migrate everybody to a new broadcaster when something like that happens. What is something like that? Well, I think the hardest part of this is going to be determining the circumstances upon which we want to ditch one broadcaster for another. Because there's like a lot of potential cases, right? It's like, oh, it's not available anymore. It's overloaded. It's laggy. There's just like a lot of times we might want to try and switch broadcaster, and really, as much as possible, we should like fail fast and proactively try and switch our broadcaster whenever we think there might be a problem. This is also a good opportunity to defer stream file creation until we... Yeah. So, first things first. We need both LivePeer Cupertino, MediaCaster, Chunkfest, and Push Publish HTTP Cupertino LivePeer Handler to be able to switch their host dynamically. And I think the easiest way to do that is going to be give them both a dummy broadcaster URL, and then just like the moment before they actually make an HTTP request, they ask the corresponding LivePeer stream for the broadcaster URL, and then that's the actual HTTP request that they make. Yep, I'm comfortable with that. Let us think about this a little. Because there's also the case... There's also like a corresponding case here where there's also the other thing we need to do is, because these two friends, the HTTP pusher and the HTTP puller, are the ones that are going to know if there's a problem, quote unquote, know if there's a problem. One of the things we can do is whenever there is a problem, query the list of broadcasters again. Because that's a really good sort of deterministic way to know if there's a problem with a broadcaster, is we look at the list of broadcasters and the server's like, oh no, that's not a broadcaster no more. And at that point, we should definitely switch to a different one. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start by implementing the logic to, we need to like wire all these things together basically. Oh, this is also going to be an opportunity to think about threading some more and how LivePeer stream should probably be its own. This is a thread that manages streams. We're gonna be talking about timeouts and delayed retries and stuff, and that's in the land of Java, that's thread talk. So I'll think about that some more. So here is an ingest path, and oh hey, so I think a thing we're gonna need is just an ID of a stream. Maybe a live peer and then a dash and then a UUID. And that'll be the thing that corresponds all these. So, yeah, I was doing Java UUIDs a little bit. Java UUID UU4, please. Uses the random numbers as its source. That sounds great. What? Really? Too straight. Yeah, no, I just want this part. And we could do another search like we do with the stream thing, or we could keep another map. Oh, this is API instances. This would be a map of keys to active streams. Wait, where do I have those? Manages. Oh, it's in module LivepeerWowza. Yeah. So this map's incoming stream names. Hello, Mr. Demon Wolf. My chat up here. Seems cool. I don't actually have emotes in my little render up there, but who do I ask for this, actually? I think this needs to be static on LivePeer stream itself, because module LivepeerWowza, this is scoped to a vhost in an application. let's sure. So here we will have a static. Does it need to be concurrent? Yeah, let's make another concurrent hash map like this thing. It will be private. Yeah. Static concurrent hash map from string to LivePeer stream. And then here, LivePeer streams dot put this this dot id this. Audio stop breaking. Are there audio problems? Certainly, that wouldn't surprise me that much to hear. Testing. Yeah, sounds kind of okay to me. Just listening for a second on my side computer there. But who knows? I see. Yeah, I'm streaming out to. I'm doing like a bunch of multi-streaming stuff. So you're watching on Twitch, but I'm also on DLive in particular. It just stops playing my audio sometimes. So I've been trying to keep track of that. Whoa, that is very intense. I wish I had a way to easily show that on the stream. Yeah, Voicemeeter. It's been a long time since I've used Voicemeeter, and I had very middling experiences with it. When it worked, it was pretty good. When it didn't work hard. So this puts it here for the ID that I have. And then down here in stop, we want to clear ourselves out to avoid a memory leak. So LivePeer streams dot. Actually, let's do this first. No, let's do it last, because we want these things to still get a working URL up until we close the shop. Remove. Never done it. Yeah, it was. What's the free version is Voicemeeter, and then there's virtual audio cable or something. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's network with VBAN. Yeah. On Mac, I have done some other. We've got Loopback, which works pretty well. But yeah, I mean, it seems like I'm trying to get an actual like for real streaming setup here, and it seems like everybody just does it with soundboards and like external hardware for everything. Unfortunately, I actually before working on all this LivePeer stuff, I was working on a product called Streamplace, and that part of that idea was to make it super easy to, like your mic could be like a Bluetooth thing synced to your phone, and then we like combine the audio in the cloud before we send it out to Twitch or something. Yeah, I've got a soundboard, but it's like super broken right now. Yeah, for sure. I bought a Behringer something. Here. I've got a Behringer Xenix Q802, which was maybe $120 or something, and it is not working right now. I think it's this computer's fault, though. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Damn. Okay, so now we need a static method to retrieve these. Public LivePeer stream get from ID. That's pretty neat. Nice. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. I've got wait, maybe it's not this live here streams. Get. Yeah, I ran into that with I was working on tech to combine like two Twitch streams side by side. Like think of like a Hearthstone game where a streamer plays another streamer and they like dynamically go into a split screen mode or something like that. And audio is just a nightmare because it would get like people would be on Discord with each other, but then their streams would also be combined. So it'd be like you'd hear me through my mic, you'd hear them through their mic, you'd hear me through their Discord, through their recording setup, and you'd hear them through my Discord on my end. It was not fun. Okay. Yeah, that's neat. So I wonder if anything's gonna break if I just let's see. So let's just do the RID itself in there, and then yeah, at like the last possible second, replace that. So this would be so we'll get the stream from here. Nice. Yeah, I would my next upgrade is going to be just a screen. It's going to be probably a 1440p screen. So that's what I'm saving up for now. So everywhere. The ones I was looking at is Alienware's about to. This is not in my near future, but we're getting into OLED. The like first OLED like 120 hertz monitors are happening, and Alienware is making a like 50-inch OLED 1080p 1440 hertz gaming thing, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and it's $4,000, and I'm not getting one soon, but someday that'll be affordable. I do, and I also I mean, I play video games, and I also like all of this is working in video tech, so it's actually really useful for me to have. Like, I need to be able to actually look at the output of 120 FPS video and see 120 FPS in order to make sure that things are being transcoded properly. So that's my shallow justification for it being a work expense. Eric, if you're watching, $4,000 gaming monitor is probably going to be a pretty good investment. Yeah, I definitely want both of those. I haven't ever like touched a Surface Book, but those look really nice. They're like the most coolest looking Windows laptops that I've seen in a long time. So everywhere where we would do broadcaster get address, ingest path. Okay, so this becomes this line can just go away. So this will push here. And then yeah, 16 by 10 screens. I agree with that actually. Is it good for laptops? The other one, so I was researching OLED gaming screens last night, and the other one they're making is an 8K 13-inch laptop screen. Like just like the most ridiculous pixel density I've ever heard of. I can't imagine who that's for. Like who could possibly even see a 4K 13-inch screen? And then if we're going to make the output renditions, that happens, start stream file. I feel you. I'm like not even happy with Apple stuff anymore. It's just I've done professional coding on MacBooks for too many years to like, I tried earlier this year to switch to Windows for dev and it just didn't take. It's just like too much optimization. Where am I? Start stream files, here we go. Yeah, I hear you. Windows 10 is nice. When Windows subsystem for Linux gets really, really good, and probably give it another shot. Creating. Oh, shoot. I did this like server side, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I put this here. Smart. Good job, me. Broadcaster get address. Okay. Let's see what happens. This should be very broken, but let's see if like Wowza complains about being given an improper. Oh yeah. Android's Windows 10 getting tight. That sounds like Microsoft would be enthusiastic about that and Google wouldn't know how to feel. Why do you need an iPhone to use a MacBook? The only integration there I use is like the copy paste stuff. Like I can copy text on my phone and then paste it on my laptop, which is pretty sweet. Okay, so this should be very broken, but how broken will determine what we do next here. Is the... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Here. Stream stream files. UI 180p. Okay, yes. Good. It didn't mind me creating one with that URI. And on the other end, the oh, I guess there's no introspection into the pusher, but that should work fine. Great. Okay, so now we teach both of these things how to get at their streams. Should I do this once at creation time, or should I do this every time and every function? Is reading a concurrent hash map gonna bottleneck me at some point? I don't think it is ever going to do that. The question is, will ever... No, because a live peer stream is, the ID is never going to change. So I can do it once at creation time. I can do private live peer stream, and God, I have to like URL parse my... I don't think there's any avoiding that. Yeah, because I don't know what I should be hooked up to until I get one of these fetch requests, specifically a fetch manifest. Yeah, I hear that. I think I own a fair number of Apple products, but don't. I mean, mostly it's like the iPhone peripherals. Like the iPhone plus the AirPods is a better experience with that than I've had with any wireless headphones ever. How do I want to do this? These shouldn't... well, it's just going to be everything up until the first slash, but this shouldn't know about this. Let's... Okay, well, I need to wait until this anyway, so let's not make this a private field here. Save ourselves some marginal amount of memory. Is this URL coming from HTTP address? That's coming from when we start. Well, I make this directly, so this doesn't need any kind of lookup. We can just... This can be private. Protected. I made everything in here protected, I guess. And literally, let's just... What am I doing with Livepeer API in here? Is it only for logging? So I could just pass that in. Whatever. I'm not worried about it right now. But yeah, let's just add to this Livepeer stream. Livepeer stream. And then just right before HTTP address, base path. Where do I use that? Anywhere? Nope. Where does it know to do /live? Did I put it somewhere else in here? Did I do it? Where did I do this? Oh, I gotta be a little careful too to, if it's not. Weird. Oh, it's only working. Oh, it's the application name. Oh, I should change my application name from the default live. Oh, that's really funny. Wow. That's like a huge bug caught at the last minute. Oh, let's check that. Yeah. How do I... Here. Let's just... Do I need to do anything else to... Here, let's exec onto the server. Anything else in here? No. Okay. So... Does the word live exist anywhere in here? Can I literally just copy it? It does. It's annoying. Oh good, my chat widget crashed. Once again. Come on, Discord. Okay. Application. LivePeer. Application 2.xml, LivePeer application XML. Alright. Alright. I think that's all you need to do to define another application. We'll find out in a moment here. The chat widget, that one, is just, I've got all the different chats from all the different streams going into a Discord channel, and then ostensibly that thing is supposed to be displaying them, but it's something Discord ships that you can like embed a Discord channel, but it is breaking all the time and requires me to restart it. Very frustrating. Huh. What do I need to do to add an application here? Let's look to see what did that make like changes on the file system. Yep. Streaming to Twitch, DLive, Mixer, YouTube, and Twitter / Periscope. Okay, so I mean, there's that application. Because I can. I work in video streaming technology, and so I'm using the products and stuff that our company makes to stream everywhere, and I don't know, largest possible audience, right? How the heck did I just define another app here? Didn't work to just make another directory. That's the only reference to it there. Where else it save? Add a web application, add a new application without the manager. Takes its value from SQLite or equivalent. Well, literally, I just need to change the name, so maybe this will work. Let's see what that does. Did that do anything? It truly did not. Frustrating.
Last time you saw me, I was in pretty bad, really bad shape, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, let's just, I don't really need the application to be a different name, I guess. I can just... I can just do this manually. Ah, what? Got clicked away from the dang. Then over here, properties. Wait, what? Didn't I just put it here? Put it in VOD? No? What the hell? Oh, whatever. Let's do this property. Backspace. Closes the modal. Fuck out of here. No, dragging your mouse outside of it closes the modal. All right. Let's be very careful. There we go. There we go. Made it. Okay. I set all this up, but then, well, yeah, let's see if I can ascertain if I'm somewhat right about this. Whoa, what did I just do? Get out of here. Server property.example.com. Okay, so it didn't get the API URL override. It's there's like nothing here saves reliably. What on earth? Did you get the module? Yeah, the module saved. Gimme. Oh, it did do /live. This wasn't a problem. Where... Oh, right there. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad I tracked that down anyway. But that's not a concern. Great. Okay. So what we want to do is normalize the URL. So every time one comes in, we find if it begins with a live peer ID, which is to say if everything before the slash. Okay, static, another static function here. Because we're also going to want to notify of stuff. I think we need to make get from URL here. And then, oh. Yeah, I can call a static function and normalize the URL. Sure. No, I can just read. And then let's do another one. Can you have a static and an instance of the same name? Is that not allowed? Everybody happy with that? Ambiguous method call. Yeah, all right. Okay, so then everywhere we are just immediately prior to making a request, we call LivepeerStream.rewrite URL. For example, here. You're filled with errors. Not resolve symbol path. Raw path. Okay. So we've got send media segment. And oh, I don't push manifests, so I guess that's it. Cool. First try. Work on the first try. First try. Anybody? Can I get a first try? The real trouble is going to be differentiating between broadcasters that haven't started yet and broadcasters that are broken somehow. Not found. Okay, that looks to be working. Everybody happy? Actually, now that I think about this, it's a little silly to create a new UUID when I get one from the stream. I should just use the stream ID. Yeah, this one. Active. How's the output look? Great, perfect, no problems. Pretty much. Cool. Good start. But yeah, let's I definitely can't think of a good reason to generate our own UUID when the server is nice enough to give us one. So cool. This will be a commit if it works.
my career? I don't know. I've thought about this quite a bit, sir, and I would have to say, considering what's waiting out there for me, I don't want to sell anything, buy anything, or process anything as a career. As you know, as a career, I don't want to do that.
Oh. Wait. Forgot about the live here prefix, but does that matter? Oh, I never said it. I think, so reflecting on how we're going to detect problems, I think that to start out what we can do is detect them on the pushing side, because that should always work. The pulling side is a little bit more wishy-washy because upon the initial creation of all of this stuff, it's going to start pulling before there's any video ready. So its errors are not always to be trusted, but the push errors seem like they should be trusted to a greater degree. I kind of still want the LivePeer prefix in there too. Seems like a courtesy to people that are clicking around their servers trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know. Failed to send media segment to... Uh-oh. That's no good. Confused. I didn't change anything. Oh, I did the find replace of the ID. Oh. That was lazy of me. Yeah. Let's be a little bit better here. Which I think means it's going to start with his ID, right? Even if I decide to put the thing in, this is fine. So, it's a regex. I should probably update my login to use the real ones there. Is that a failed push? Failed to send media segment to... Okay, now it didn't change at all. I don't know what. Of course. Of course it's \A. Oh no, this should work. Coder pad to the rescue. And we want to replace this. So the first mistake I made was so that's the first mistake I made. That was no good. But now I want to... Okay, so this didn't work. This says... Where'd Chrome go? I close it. What the hell did I do? Whatever. Oh, it's this. Wow. Embarrassing. Backslash A. Let's try that. Oops. Weird. Yeah, this isn't working at all. Replace first. Replace first. Well, then. That's going to make it easy, isn't it? Kingdom Hearts remix coming at you. This is awesome.
You find your own voice in music, Ben, about not being afraid to try. Not being afraid to just step out and just play what's on your mind, you know? Understanding history from where all of this music comes from, but at the same time, you know, we pay homage to it by being ourselves.
Okay. Kingdom Hearts remix is over. I can take the music back down. Decided to put the Wowza prefix back on there. Seems like a courteous thing to do. Just so people that are looking at all these connections can maybe kind of try and reason out what's happening a little bit better. Where'd all these stream files come from, they'll say. Then they'll see the Livepeer ID on there. And they'll say, ah, yes, Livepeer. Cool, that looks good. This is a little silly, but... just make sure that works, and then we'll commit, and I'll take a little break. Success. Much success. Nice. Taking a break.
are you going to, would you like to kiss me goodnight?
Here.
Well, good night.
Goodbye.
Oh, not goodbye. Good night.
All right. So there's two specific pieces of hardening that I want to do, neither of which should be terribly tricky to pull off. And then we'll test and see if it's like reasonably reliable. I just don't. Basically what I'm ironing out right now are the remaining two cases that I know of where, like, if there's an error, it will just stop and not send streams in anymore. And there are two cases of that. One is the broadcaster switching, which I'm going to probably do first, which is the broadcaster goes down, you got to switch to a new one and continue. The other is the initial, where's module LivepeerWowza? The initial creation of the LivePeer stream, which would be like communicating with the API server for the first time. So this is if the initial, I don't know, IO exception is cool. Couldn't talk to the LivePeer server, I get that. Licensing exception and config base exception, no idea. But we'll just treat them all the same, I think. I think we will just catch all exceptions here. And retry after a few seconds. Or some such. What I could do, let's do the broadcaster switch first. So well, okay, so this is interesting. So there's the, I think what we want to do is because these are things we want to retry forever, both of them. Initial stream creation, if that doesn't work, retry forever. If a broadcaster goes down, retry forever to get a new one. There's noises coming from downstairs. I'm gonna check on El Doggo one more time. Fed some pets dinner. Okay, so let's think about this. What we need is like just a little exponential retry algorithm thing. Surely I don't need something very complicated. Yeah. Java RMI? Oh. I like 112358. I don't want to thread.sleep. Expected communication errors as list. Yeah. Let's start with one that just retries every 5 seconds, and then I can make it fancier. Okay. So we need a generalized retry thingy here, but you can't do like an inline function. What I could do is... Well, what are we talking about here? I think we're almost exclusively talking about LivePeer API calls. I mean, I guess there could be a... but you can't block execution until some retries go. Java. What if we just handle all I/O errors in LivePeer API and retry? That's hard because that's hard. I guess what I could do is like pass myself and then do it like a callback. But yeah, I mean, like a stream starts until the stream gets created. We want to keep trying to do that forever. And then on every time we want to get a broadcaster. So I guess this can just retry forever. But it should be on its own thread. If LivePeer stream lives on its own thread, which I think is which is certainly a different thread than both the HTTP push and pull are. So then we can just sleep that thread. Then it becomes really easy. The question is, how do I... Yeah, I need to learn about like thread messaging here because I also need to handle the case that we're waiting. Things are broken. We're waiting to hear back from a broadcaster, and then this will happen all the time. If this transcoding isn't working, they'll stop the stream. Yeah. This is tricky. The multi-threading here makes it tricky. I'm having trouble like modeling it in my head because there's just a lot that can happen. Like, so if the LivePeer servers go down, that's a simple case, right? We screw up our infrastructure and the LivePeer servers go down, or your Wowza server gets its Ethernet jack unplugged. Regardless, can't get there from here. An in-progress stream, if we have like a notification functionality to bug the hey LivePeer stream, I'm push publish HTTP Cupertino LivePeer handler, and I can't push any video. That'll happen a bunch of times because that's running on a different thread. Unless I block that thread. I don't think I want to arbitrarily block threads to try and make Wowza do things. That seems like a really bad way to go about it. Yeah, so I want like a... Alright, so yeah, how do I need like a thread notification. Wait, notify. Object.wait suspends a thread. Object.notify wakes it up. Okay. Okay. Wait, timeout. Okay, this is it. So, when it comes time to be a LivePeer stream, you start a thread for it. The pushers and the pullers all run on their own threads that are managed by Wowza, so we don't have to worry about that at all. I am overexposed as hell. Camera, what you doing? Yeah, much better. Cool. And I think the retry logic can just be internal to LivePeer API. Well, no, let's let that stay as just an HTTP client. We can be smart about this. How do I handle a notification? Is it like an exception? Nah. Any one of them to wake up arbitrarily. The choice of which thread to wake is non-deterministic. It's fine. There should only ever... I want there to be one thread for this. Okay, so the first thing I need to do, let's find that article we were doing. Wowza multi-threading. Yeah, no. This was an article. Wowza worker class. It was a third-party ID minus site, www.wowza.com. Is it this guy? The Wowza Guru? Yeah, it wasn't this article. Maybe it wasn't the Wowza Guru. What's the Java thread? But that's not what I want. The Java thread class worker. What's it called? Task. Runnable. Oh, that's cool. So I don't get notify, receive. Is this a... Oh, it is an interrupted exception. It is an okay. It's an exception that you take. Okay. Easy enough. Now I just have to find out what that class is. Let's just look at my history, right? From yesterday.